Hey family, welcome back to the channel. So glad to have you. My name is Jodia, and this week's message is for someone who is going through and is in that in between place. You're not where you were, but you're not where you used to be, and you're kind of wondering what's going on. You're like, God, is this a resistance from the enemy, or are you closing a door? What is happening? What is going on with all this chaos in my life? Let me take you back to a moment when I was going through that same process, just to have a quick understanding of what it's really like going through a transition and going through that shifting in your life. I was a bank teller. A job that I genuinely love. I love to deal with my customers. I love customers based. I love people. And so, but something shifted um, when I realized that I felt drained after talking to them. The love that I have for my job was, I was losing it. you know I was losing my job, losing my joy for my job, my, why am I there, all these things. I just genuinely was losing it. And not on top of that, I was starting to have clashes with my supervisor, with my co-workers. We were living on edge around each other. The peace that I was there was gone. I was frustrated. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. And I even the smile that you see right now, was like a mask, and even that was being cracked under pressure. I was falling apart inside, and I kept praying. I kept seeking God. I kept rebuking the enemy. I kept binding and then loosing, and then finally I'm like, Lord, what is happening? You know? And that's when I remember, even driving from work one day, and I was in the car and I'm like, Lord, what is going on? I'm frustrated. I don't understand what's going on. I want to leave the job, but leave and go where? I didn't have some place to go. I'm not going to just leave my job just like that. And the same thing was happening even in church, and everything was chaotic in church and at my job. And I mean, the joy that I had, everything was gone. And to be honest, all the joy seeped out of my heart, and I became callous and, you know, annoyed easily. And that's when I was in the car, I was saying, Lord, what is happening? What is happening to me? Did I do something wrong that the enemy is on my tail like this? What is happening? Show me from your perspective what is going on. And immediately after that, he said, I am shifting you to the marketplace. I'm like, what? Shifting me to the marketplace? At that time, I'm like, what marketplace? What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? And when I went home that evening, I got a call. I got a call, like, from an international ministry, and I accepted the position there to be their concierge. And I want to tell you this. I want to tell you that when you're in a transition, it gets chaotic, it gets crazy. There's a lots of variables, things are happening, right? And I want you to understand something. Sometimes God allows discomfort to push you out of what's familiar. It's not that God is punishing you, it's that God is positioning you. Paul said in 1 Corinthians 16 and 9, he says, an effective door has opened, but there are many adversaries. The enemy always shows up where there's potential, when you are also vulnerable. Fear will try to guard that door, but it's faith actually that opens it. When I recognize that, when I got that call, I'm like, oh, this is unknown. This is unknown. And even though things are going crazy at my work, things are going crazy at church, I know that environment. But this environment that I'm called to now is, I don't know it much. So I had to stand in faith. Friend, let me tell you, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know the chaos is crazy. I know the confusion is there. But I want to encourage you today. Do not give up. Peace is possible, and clarity is coming. You know, if this word spoke to you today, I want you to understand that God is with you. Even though you're starting a business, even though you're trying to open up your own facility, whether it's a ministry or whether it's a marketplace business or whatever it is that God is calling you to, I want you to understand that you are not alone. I've been there. And even now, I've started my business and I'm moving forward in many different aspects of my life. Though scary it is faith that opens the door of opportunity for you. Grab the fear guards the door, because you know I did a t-shirt on this. Guards the door, fear guards the door, and faith opens the t-shirt. It's phenomenal. I like the font. I like the color of the t-shirt and the color fonts that I chose. I thought it spoke well to what I'm going through and to what you're also going through. And I know that when you declare it, or when you wear it as a reminder, that it will help you to step into your next season, that it will remind you that you're going through a season of transition, and that you will not just jump ship, but you will walk with wisdom, right? You will walk with wisdom. And I want you to grab that t-shirt below. The link is below. And it's not just an apparel or a t-shirt. It's a prophetic statement, guys. This is you declaring in your life, in your future, exactly what is happening and what you need to see happening. Fear may stand at the door, but you're declaring faith is going to open it. I'm going to stand in faith so that that door of opportunity can open. And if you haven't yet, I did write a blog on this as well. So you can check out my blog link below as well. And remember, until next time, keep walking in boldness. Don't bow to fear. Open the door with faith. God bless you, and see you on the next video.